Hi, and welcome back to yet another episode of the OFFPLAN show. Now, the aim of this show is to give you information so that you can make the best investment decision out there. Now, we're excited today because we have an absolutely amazing guest with us today, as always. Now, he's helped many investors make the best investment decision when it comes to real estate off-plan transactions. He's one of the sales managers in Sobha, and I'd like to welcome Mohammed Sawa onto the show.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Good to see
Thank
you.
you very much. Good to see you too, man.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Happy to have you here. Now, first and foremost, we have so many investors out there who don't necessarily know much about real estate as an asset class.
That's why we are here.
Amazing. So, what is Sobha?
Sobha is one of the biggest real estate developers in, I would say, the Middle East region.
Right.
We are specialized in building luxury community. That's Sobha in a nutshell.
All right. Now, what is the history of Sobha? Because I found out that not so many people out there know what Sobha is. Yeah. So, what's the history of Sobha?
Well, Sobha has a history. The company started a very humble start by Mr. PNC Meydan. He's the chairman and the owner of Sobha Realty.
Okay.
He started with a very small business in Oman, and he had a vision. That's all he had. And, he started as a small company in interior design and fit-out works and, small constructions, taking small projects, and he gained reputation because the attention of details he had.
Yeah.
So a lot of people were referring to him, and he started to grow bigger and bigger until Sultan Qaboos in Oman, he heard of him, and he gave him some work. He liked what he got. He ended up building the palace of Sultan Qaboos in Oman. And then he started building palaces as well for other princes and sheikhs, royal families in the region.
Yeah.
Eventually, they called him the palace maker.
Okay.
So at that time, we were big as a construction company, and then we started developing real estates as well in India, and then we infiltrated the UAE market here, and this is how we started.
Right.
Yeah.
So Sobha has amassed incredible reputation when it comes to quality. So many people are impressed with the quality that Sobha has to offer.
Yeah.
So why do you think Sobha Quality is absolutely impressive?
Well, we took a different turn than real estate developers. We did something different. There's something called backward integration in Sobha. Basically, we do everything in-house from A to Z. We are the contractors.
Right.
We do our in-house designs. We do the landscaping. We manufacture our own material in our factories. We manage the property. We do everything from A to Z. And this is how we actually control the quality and also the handover time. So the vision of the owner of the company, it's not, it wasn't only like profits he's seeking. It's just he wanted to do a better living for other people, and we wanted to be different. Yeah. And that's how we gained, the reputation we have today, because we care about details and we have a great quality control,
Yeah.
So as in constructions, we have the highest quality in the market. So this is how we gained reputation. So, yeah.
So what do you think is the best community by Sobha right now? And could you name us some of the communities that Sobha has already developed out there?
Sure. Now we have our community in Meydan in Mohammed bin Rashid city, which was, this is the main community. This is where we started in Dubai.
What's the name of that community?
It's called Hartland 1.
Okay.
Sobha Hartland 1.
Yeah.
Now that's a big community. It's a 9.3 million square feet. Now that was the first community, right? And from there, we built two more communities next to that, almost in the same area, which is Hartland 2, an 8 million square community, 8 million square feet community,
Yeah.
and Sobha 1, which is 3.5 million square feet community.
Right. It's interesting to see all these communities that Sobha has developed. What do you think is the price per square foot, with new upcoming projects,
Now, the price per square feet is always depends on the location, right? Now, if we're gonna talk about prices in general, what controls the price in any real estate development is mainly four major aspects, which is the location,
Right?
the quality, amenities, and who's the developer, right?
Yeah.
So depends on the area, but if we're gonna talk, for an example, about Meydan area, Mohammed bin Rashid City, and these areas, on average, our price per square feet is around 2,200 dirhams per square feet. And the villas, for an example, Hartland 2, which is a super luxury community,
Right.
the price per square feet is 3,100. And comparing to any other development, I would say, in the same level, that's so cheap. And the reason we can compete, and offer such prices is because we do everything in-house. That lowers the cost for us. So we can offer always a premium product, but, by the normal market price. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. What do you think is, considering the price per square foot, right? What do you think is the expected ROI? I mean, if an investor buys a one bedroom, say at 2,000 per square foot, what's your average price right now for one bedroom?
I'll tell you, Mary. Now, in Heartland 1, for an example,
Yeah.
we have handed over projects since 2018 till today.
Yeah.
Over 70% of Heartland 1 community is ready and handed over.
Right.
So we got to experience, we have, our investors rented their units and they resold their units, and we have been looking at these numbers and tracking. And to be honest, we didn't even expect the numbers we are getting today. So as an average ROI we got, this is not expectations, this is the real deal.
Right.
We got 9% on average on long-term rentals, I would say.
Yeah.
11%, for an example, as an average for short-term rentals, as in monthly furnished apartments rented. 11%, this is the average. Holiday homes, we have reached 17%. And to be honest, I didn't see this percentage in any other development.
But which areas are these?
That's Mohammed bin Rashid City, Meydan.
Doing up to 17% in short-term rental.
Yeah.
That is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous. What makes that so special that Sobha is able to hit these kind of numbers there?
Well, I'll tell you. Now, if you will look at the real estate market here, you will find thousands of properties and so many developers, right?
Yeah.
Almost every month you would see a new launch in Dubai. Yeah.
Right.
But what makes a property so special is a combination of things. A lot
Okay.
of people, they think that if I get this view, I would get, the best ROI or appreciation. But it's not about the view. It's not about the only the location. It's the package, the full package, So
What do you mean by the full pack?
I'll tell you now, when we look at the package, which is the location, the
Right.
community, the amenities, and the quality, the design. So this is all what makes it a good investment. So, when we say we have the highest quality, we always say that we have a high quality. Everyone mentions Sobha, everything, everyone thinks about the quality. But when you go and see the buildings we have handed over in 2018, for an example, it
Right.
looks brand new. That is because of the quality. So when you enter a building and you see it looks brand new, it smells brand new, the ROI just keeps increasing when the area is getting mature more and more. So when we look at The demand in this market in Dubai, you have so many people looking for a good property to live in, just a good property to live in.
Yeah.
But good properties are very few. That's the reason, you know. So they go to good developments like Sobha. That's why we have, you know, we succeeded big time. For example, with Hartland One, when
Yeah.
the numbers we got, like the appreciation, you know, it reached like 55% within 3 years in the villas. You cannot possibly get these numbers anywhere else. So a lot of people started investing more and more. Even our previous investors, when they saw the numbers, they started investing more and more.
Do you think it's better to have, if ideally you want to get the best return on your investment, do you think it's better to have it on short term or do it long term? And will furnishing the apartment make any difference to?
Of course, of course. Now, it depends on, you know, we always ask our clients, like, what type of an investment you want to do? Are you thinking to,
Right.
for an example, buy and sell? Or you want to, you know, rent your apartment? Now,
Right.
some people, they like to, you know, create a passive income for themselves, right? So
Correct, yeah.
they can go for these short-term rentals, or they can go with long-term because they just don't want to monitor the apps. They don't want any headache, right? They just
Right.
want to give it away, and every year they just get their checks, you
Right.
know? Some people, they like to be involved more. So it depends actually on the client.
Sobha Reserve, yeah, which is an absolutely amazing project. It's generated a lot of attention and a lot of talk in the industry. What do you have to say about Sobha Reserve?
Now, Sobha Reserve is definitely unique. It's a unique project we have just launched now. Now, that's a gated community on Sheikh Hamdan bin Zayed
Yeah.
Road, which is in between Mohammed bin Zayed Road and Emirates Road, E311 and E611. The location is quite near everything. I would say, like, it would take you around 20 minutes to downtown, 20 minutes to the marina side. So it's in the middle, let's say. Now, Sobha Reserve is, you know, this community is 3.5 million square feet community with over 30% greenery, but we are doing a different concept. We are not just gonna do parks like we have did in the previous community. We're gonna do forests in this community. So we are talking about long trees, a lot of trees,
Right.
and a lot of greens. So it will
Right.
be quiet, and the forests actually can be accessed from every single villa. You just open the back door, and you will be able to access the forest right behind your villa. So all of the villas will be standalone villas with a private swimming pool, and also we have put a lot of amenities in this community. Every single thing you can think about would be in that community, from playing areas for the kids, courts, multifunctional courts, to jogging areas, zen gardens, yoga areas, gyms, swimming pools. You have everything. A clubhouse with, like, you know, also a new concept. It's not a swimming pool and not a full lagoon. It's in between, something new.
What, with all these amenities bombarded into one project, what do you think is the starting prices, and what's the average selling price for, you know, say a 4-bedroom villa or a 3-bedroom?
Now, that's the exciting part.
Okay.
The prices. You know, the prices, they're starting from 7.7 million for 4-bedroom villa, and 8.8 for a 5-bedroom villa. We have only 4 bedrooms and 5 bedrooms villas, but the sizes are massive. So the smallest villa, the plot size is 5,000 square feet, and the built up is around 4,700 square feet. So that's really massive. All the villas are G+1 plus roof, which you can design as well, and make something different as well. So the sizes of the villas are really big. The price per square feet here is 1,500 dirhams to 1,700 per square feet.
Do you think that this project is mainly for end users or investors? What kind of investors do you think would find Sobha Reserve interesting? And how do you think Sobha Reserve will fare in the market in the future?
Well, it's actually for both. It's for everyone. Whether you want to live in it, you're gonna have that lifestyle, the luxury there in that community. You're gonna have something different than the market. At the same time, if you want to invest with Shoba, we're gonna be talking about really high capital appreciation for that property. And the reason I'm saying that, as you know, when we did Hartland 1 villas, for an example, it was a huge success.
Right.
The appreciation we got on that on these villas were up to 55%, and that was within only 3 years, I would say.
Yeah.
That was massive. The reason is, of course, the design, the quality, the amenities, and everything combined. So in Sobha Reserve, I'm expecting even more because we just upgraded everything. The technology we are using, the finishing, the home automation, even the layouts.
Yeah.
It's just better. It's upgraded because we, as a developer, also
better
we develop.
Bigger is better.
Yes, yes. So we are expecting, great capital appreciation there for investors. Now, if we're gonna talk about ROI, however, as in rental, it's gonna be high, but I wouldn't advise, to be honest. If you are looking for ROI, we always advise our clients to take apartments. Cheaper, better. Higher ROI, and you can always liquidate. If you take multiple with the same amount, you can invest in multiple units. You can always liquidate. If one stopped working, the others are working. It's just different in
ball game altogether.
in so many ways. So I would say if someone who wants to buy and sell, for an example, that's a great project. It's very limited. You got only 330 villas. It's an exclusive community. And there will be no more. So everything limited always have a better value, So
that was quite informative. Now, so I want to bring you to another topic altogether. Yeah, we're seeing this constant comparison between Ellington as a developer and Sobha as a developer. So we're always seeing people comparing, putting you head to head in the market. They want to compare what Sobha is doing, and they want to see what Ellington is doing. What do you have to say between this comparison?
Well,
considering Ellington being like a younger brother to Sobha.
Ellington is definitely a great developer. Their projects are also unique. They have high quality, and they are famous with their designs as well.
Yeah.
Now, if we want to compare between Sobha and Ellington, it's a little bit different because now Ellington is a boutique developer. Yeah, they build low-rise buildings mostly.
Right.
And they focus on also the design and the amenities. And in Sobha, however, we do communities. We are specialized in building luxury communities.
Right.
Now, when it comes to quality, of course, I wouldn't say anything about Ellington because I really, they have an impressive quality. But when it comes to construction quality, there is no competition to Sobha. When you look at the material we are using in our structures, the layers, the insulations we have, the different types of, the metal we are using, the grades of the metal we are using, the technical specifications, which actually can keep a building look brand new for like so many years, that we don't have a competition, So when it comes to comparing, most of the people compare us with Ellington because, these are mostly the two developers where they can build something very nice and luxury, I would say, and affordable prices. It's not like branded, for an example, like the Dorchester collection, where you go and spend 36 million on a one-bedroom apartment.
Correct.
So that's why they compare us, but it's a little bit different, I would say. And from the quality, They are specialized in design. We are specialized in building communities and also the highest quality. So, yeah, that's why people connect us.
Why do you think investors should go with Sobha instead?
Well, for a very small reason.
Right.
Now, when we come to look at investment, as they say, numbers do not lie, right? Now, when you look at numbers that property makes, as I mentioned before, there are thousands of properties everywhere.
Absolutely.
But if we will look at who makes the, highest ROI, it's communities. Because, common sense, communities attract families. Families are financially stable here. It's not easy to raise a family in Dubai. It's very expensive, right?
Yeah.
So this is why we design, we make communities, and that's why also we do not do studios.
Right.
We do not attract a lot of bachelors, and that's also, in a way, keeps our, property value higher always. So when when we compare between communities and just standalone buildings, communities wins. That's why we have very high ROI. You wouldn't see these numbers somewhere else. Also you have a lot of communities in Dubai, but we are specialized in luxury communities. You do not find luxury communities. You just find communities in Dubai. So that's
I have to agree with you on that one. Yeah, I have to. You knocked the ball right out of the park, so I have to agree with you. In all regards. Now, what do you think we should expect from Sobha moving forward? What new projects do you think will be coming up in the future?
lots of projects.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, definitely there's a big plan for the future.
Yes.
As we are expanding big time. For an example, in 2020, we had Hartland, and that's it. In 2021, again, Hartland. 2022, you started to see Sobha in different locations, right? So now we entered 2023, and we just launched 3 more projects that the sales we have done, to be honest, we didn't expect it, because as a developer, we do not depend on marketing.
Yeah.
We do not do marketing. Why? Because it's not, as I mentioned before, it's not something commercial. We have a vision, we have something different, and we have been selling by the word of mouth.
Yeah.
People mostly who bought with Sobha, after they got their properties, they bought again, and they got us their friends, and their friends got us their friends, and etc. So we didn't even expect the volumes we are having. It reached to a level where we are launching a project, and we are selling the 1 bedrooms and the 2 bedrooms within like 45 minutes to 1 hour, and that was insane.
Do you think Sobha will make sort of like a branded project the same way we see Jacob and Co? I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Or the Elisa project. Do you think Sobha is keen on?
I'm not really sure
bringing that
about that. I don't think so, but maybe. You never know. You never know. Because after all, the business development team and what we're gonna launch later on, and these stuff will be decided by a lot of people. The decision-making process will not be by only one person, as it's a big company. We have over 10,000 employees. But depends on the market as well. So there's like so many aspects. To be honest, I cannot answer you that, but yeah.
So we're seeing a lot of investors, a lot of buyers coming into the market, and a lot of them are saying that it's not yet a good time to buy because the prices are high, there's this hype in the market. What do you have to say to these people who constantly say that the real estate market is not at the right moment to invest, and should they necessarily proceed with Sobha?
Well, a lot of people were saying that since a very long time ago. Every year you will get a lot of people saying, yeah, this is not the best time, this is not the best time. Yet what they are doing is losing opportunities, you know?
Right.
Because when you look at the primary market since 2012 till today, it never went down, just kept increasing.
That's right.
Yeah, the prices where it goes down and up, you would see in the secondary market, and there's a lot of things controlling that, like recessions, politics. There's like so many things that can, can have an impact over the prices for the property. But a good property will never lose, because even if it went down at a certain time, for an example, like the Corona time, no one expected the Corona, yet it happened. People who got scared.
Right.
It's exactly the same thing when you invest with stocks.
Right.
If the prices went down a little bit, a lot of people will be scared and they will sell.
But let me
That's where it keeps going down.
let me tell you something about what happened in 2020 and how investors lost such a huge opportunity. Imagine somebody who bought a typical, villa or a townhouse that was say 6 million. That was off plan, just 2019, because that's when they bought, right? 2019 towards mid 2019. Moving on towards the end of 2019 to early 2020. When that year came about, the market kind of like, there was this huge stagnant market, right? And everybody just panicked. They lost. Everybody sold. Everybody left. Everybody just stood up and moved to other assets, which is understandable. But those people who understood that bad times don't last,
Yeah.
made a killing right now, because these projects have now completed and
Exactly.
they're handing over.
Exactly.
And it seems like, because 2020 wasn't far away, it feels like it was just yesterday.
Yes.
It feels almost like a blink of an eye. And now they're selling the same villas upwards of 19 plus.
Yeah.
So
the same. I have actually a live example of investors who invested with us in Sobha.
right.
In Hartland one, the villas, and when the Corona, was everywhere,
Yeah.
and people started to panic.
Yeah.
I know an investor who sold the villa. He bought it from us for 13 million.
That's
13
right.
million,
Okay.
perhaps, and he sold it for 8.
He sold it for 8.
Yes, 8. Because he was like, if I don't sell it now, probably it will go down even more.
Yeah.
And when he sold it, he was like, no, keep it. The Corona definitely will not be forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
The same villa today.
That's right.
Yeah, in the secondary market, listed for 24 million.
24 million.
24 million.
Upwards from 30.
Yeah, and it will be sold because there is a high demand on these villas. You cannot even find listings for these. If you list a villa, it will be gone within days. Same villa. So, okay, bad times sometimes come.
Yeah.
But it's if you have an asset, when the prices go down, you do not lose. You lose when you sell
At that
the wrong
point.
time.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yes.
So it's as an
You only lose when you
Yeah,
sell that
exactly.
asset at that point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, part of investing in real estate is actually to know when to buy,
Yeah.
where to buy, and when to sell, right? And that's why we are here as, real estate experts, I would say. We are in the market. We are learning about the market. We create forecasts for the clients, and that's how we get the expectations and stuff. So, I believe, it's just, a lot of people will always say that, the prices are very high. No, it's not very high. The demand is high. The prices will keep increasing, but it's always a good time to buy when you find a good property in a good location. It's always a good time to buy, because when you look at the pre-launch prices and the
Right.
launch prices,
That's right.
this is the lowest. And from there, it will just keep increasing to the point, someone after a couple of years will just pass by, probably with his kids, and he will be like, yeah, they offered me the property here for this amount, and look at it now. I should have bought. We heard the same story from our parents. We always hear the same story. So I always tell my investors, when you decide to buy a property, you look at four things. You have the location, quality, amenities, and who's the developer. If you check these four boxes, make a decision, because you are losing an opportunity. And then you'll be like, yeah, it's not meant to be. No, no, no. Looking at opportunities and taking them is different than trying and, without, trying and not making it, actually. So
Yeah, and look.
that's different. That's different. That's what.
Okay, great. I'm glad that you said that. And how do you think investors out there can get in touch with you now?
Well, definitely by calling me. Now, anyone can contact me by a phone or
Yeah.
WhatsApp.
Right.
That's mostly how people contact
Do we
me.
need,
Or just call my name, I'll pop up.
do we need to make a reservation to see you at Sobha?
Definitely, and just because, especially at this time, we are always, have meetings scheduled. So just contact me and I'll make it happen.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time,
Most
Ms. Howard. Looking forward to see you on the next episode.
Of course, definitely.
Very soon.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
Thank you very
having you on the
much.
show.
Thank you very much,
Thank
man.
you. All right.
All right.
Take care. Hey, Mohammed Sawa.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
All good, man. All
Thank
good.
you so much for coming to the show.
Thanks for having me.
All right, amazing. So, who is Mohammed Sawa?
Well, I would say a fun guy living his best life in Dubai.
All right, well said. What do you do for a living? What's your occupation?
I'm working in real estate. I'm a sales manager in Sobha Realty, the real estate developer.
Okay, so you work for Sobha.
Yes.
What do you like about working in Sobha?
That, I love what I do, to be honest. What I love about it is every day is fun for me. It's like, doing what I like for a living. So, yeah.
All right. And where do you see yourself in 5 years in real estate?
Probably as an owner of many properties, a real estate investors, definitely.
All right. And if I gave you $1 million, not dirhams, what will you do with it?
I'm cautious and smart when it comes to play with money. I would definitely spend it on girls and food. So, yeah.
Well said. I think I do the same too.
Yeah.
Well, what's your best memory in real estate?
Best memory in real estate. There was a time where I was working on a big deal, and I kept working on it for like 3 months, and I reached to a dead end, and the investor just canceled the whole deal. I was so sad, and I was like, I reached that point where, I started saying, God, why this is happening to me, blah, blah, blah. And before I actually finished that day, I got a call from someone.
Yeah.
And a client came, which I didn't even expect, and he even closed a bigger deal with me. So that was something, actually taught me a lesson, that, you just do what you do, and what meant to be, you will get whatever meant for you. So
That's right.
yeah.
And what's your biggest secret? Most interesting thing about you? Your biggest secret out there?
Well, I would say that this is how I look like without a filter.
That's not a secret, bro. That's a fact.
Well, I'm an open book, man. I have, I don't know.
You just you, huh?
Well, there's like one secret, but probably if I say it on camera, I'll be terminated from my job. I'd rather keep that
Must be
until
a big one.
I leave.
We're going to talk about that off camera. And last
Yeah,
but not
definitely,
least,
definitely.
what's your biggest advice for anybody looking to, be an investor in the future or just become successful in life?
Take the chance. Some people, they just, they are waiting for the right time, but the right time
Yeah.
is actually, if you wait the right time, you will keep waiting forever. So if you think that this is a good location, as we said before, good quality, amenities, good developer, take the decision now and do it. So yeah.
Great, well said. Thank you so much for coming to the OFFPLAN show. It's been an amazing show and look forward to see you again, yeah? Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.